So you enjoy gaming, and it sounds like you shared the good news about Jesus with some people, but they didn't receive it the way you would have hoped for. Now, that being said, I got some good news. Jesus, he is the Word, and he spoke the Word perfectly. He knew exactly how to share the good news to others. And guess what? Sometimes people wanted to stone him for it. They wanted to kill him because of what he said. Others received it gladly. And then some heard, and then later on they received. So sometimes you sow water and then God brings the increase later on, right? We got Paul and Saul as an example there. Point is, whether you're on a video game, at the store, at the beach, at the mall, wherever, there's going to be times where you share the good news with someone and they're going to potentially be hostile. They're going to potentially not want to hear. And then there's going to be others who are going to potentially receive. And then there's going to be some who might mock. All these things happen to Jesus, and he said if it happened to him, it'll happen to us. So be encouraged. Doesn't necessarily mean that you shared the good news wrong or something like that. It just means that the word is true in what was spoken, that some people is going to respond certain ways. Now, I would say continue to pray for them and intercede for them and just love on them, and don't necessarily let what they've done or how they've responded to what you say influence you sharing the good news with them or with others, right? Let me share with you a testimony, two types of testimonies online while gaming. I remember one time a person joined this match, and next thing you know, their name was like 666 or something like that, and they're like, you know, saying some things. Now, they joined the team with me, and guess what? I got to talk to them about Jesus, and I started sharing with them about Jesus, and they didn't want to have nothing to do with it. They were getting hostile, they were getting attacking and all this kind of stuff, and they eventually mute me, and then they leave after. Now, here's the thing. God brought them there for me to love on them and share the good news. Now, if I got offended by what they were saying and all this or that, it might have influenced the way we responded back to them, or I responded back to them in the moment. But see, when a person mistreats you and you love them, well, God says anybody can love somebody when they're treating them nice, but he tells his disciples, he tells us to love them even when they're not treating you nice. Bless those that persecute you, right? And in this case, that person was verbally persecuted and he was attacking, but it's okay. He just doesn't know the truth yet. But we want him to know the truth, and therefore we share the truth and we love him in the moment. Here's a different type of scenario while online game, and I remember I met this person online and we started playing a little bit, and at one point God told me, hey, a specific body part with them was bothering them. So I ended up telling them, we ended up praying and, you know, in Jesus' name, and God fixed it, and they got healed, and they were like flipping out. They were so like shocked at what was going on. At one point they're like, what are you doing? Like, is this voodoo? And I like had to explain to them, this is not voodoo. Jesus is alive and well. He still heals people and he loves you. And I got to talk to him about Jesus. So two totally different encounters online, but the same word, Jesus, being preached in both scenarios. So don't be discouraged. Continue sharing the news of Jesus, the good news, and give people the kingdom online, and don't necessarily allow people's reactions one way or the other influence you telling them about Jesus, because a positive reaction could be potentially dangerous too. That could puff somebody up if they don't know that it's Jesus doing it. So see, you got different ways to look at the situation, but just be encouraged, be blessed, know what happened to Jesus, know it's going to happen to you, and just love them and pray for them and keep on sharing the good news. Be blessed in Jesus' name.